Hugh Johnson. Hugh Johnson, as I told you before, immediate past president of the Jamaica Small Business Association. But he's speaking this morning in his capacity as a member of the State of the African Diaspora and also as one of the organizers of the direct flight to Ghana, the upcoming direct flight to Ghana. Good morning, Mr. Hugh Johnson. How are you doing?
Good morning, Kabu. I'm doing well.
All right.
To your listeners, good morning.
Right. Thank you so much for your patience. We're joining you just a little bit late. But, the two things, the State of the African Union and also the upcoming trip to Ghana. But quickly, you're no longer the president of a Small Business Association?
Correct. For almost a year now,
yes.
We have a new president, still on the board as immediate past president, but no longer in the driver's seat.
Okay. All right. Well, you had a good innings, great work, and welcome to this other side now where you're looking at Africa. So you've got Africa in your sights in a serious way.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. All right. So first of all, we talk about the State of the African Union. What is that exactly?
The state of the African diaspora is different from the African Union. The state of Africa was made up of 5 regions: North, South, East, West, and Central.
Yes.
For about 13, 14 years now, the African Union got together and legislated to create a 6th region.
Yes.
That 6th region comprises over 350 million Africans living outside of continental Africa.
Mm-hmm.
But over the last 3-4 years, the then president of the African Union got together and appointed Dr. Louis George Tin to lead that 6th region, that group of persons.
Mm-hmm.
And he has set out to create a virtual government, a borderless government, which we have in place members of parliament in many countries around the world, ministers of government, ambassadors, and it is functioning and creating ways and bringing the diaspora to Africa and the African continent to the diaspora.
All right, so let us take that slowly. So you're saying that, all right, so the 6th region, because CARICOM talks about the 6th region, the government of Jamaica talks about the 6th region, the Reparations Commission, the Reparations Council, and the CARICOM Reparations Council, they all talk about the 6th region. How does the State of the African Diaspora that you're speaking of, how does this fit in with all these other institutions that have somehow tapped into that 6th region? Does this encapsulate everybody? What's the umbrella group?
Okay. As you know, the 6th region is the African diaspora living outside of Africa. And we are signing the State of the African Diaspora. We have been signing treaty agreement, cooperative agreement with all these many states functionaries around that are Pan-Africanist, Afrocentric, and promoting the same agenda. That's our aim, objective, and it's happening seamlessly. Just to tell you that just 2 weeks ago, the State of the African Diaspora, we have launched our university, and we have had... All
right, so before you go to the university, basically what you're saying is that this is separate and apart from what government agencies and CARICOM would be looking at. This is a separate body, the State of the African Diaspora.
Correct.
All right. But one of the things I heard you say though is that there's a person who was tapped to lead the formulation. So who tapped that person?
The AU.
The African Union. Right, and this person is now a part. Could you remind us of his name?
Dr. Louis George Tin.
So, all right, so Dr. Louis George Tin.
T-I-N.
Tin. So Dr. Louis George Tin is part of the State of the African Diaspora.
He's the Prime Minister. He's the leader of that body.
Right. So he's been asked by the African Union to drive this, but he's doing this outside of government. He's doing this with just ordinary people. He's doing this with different groups across the African diaspora.
Correct. And countries, because so far countries have signed cooperative agreement with the state of the African diaspora, and it's growing by the day.
Yes. Who are the countries involved? Can you say what countries are involved?
I'm not sure. No. What I can do, Kabul, is to invite the PM next week on your program, or when you have time, to explain the whole ramification and the workings of that to you, which will give you a broader perspective.
All right. Okay. All right. So we'll get that together. All right. So in the meantime, what has happened so far? Because you talk about a prime minister, so it seems as if there's a government in place.
Correct.
All right. Can you tell us about the government?
We have so far over 300 members of parliament across the globe, and ministers of government. And I was sharing with you the glorious news of this university that was launched. And so far, even at Jamaica University, UCC have signed cooperative agreement with that university already, and many other universities around the world.
Yes. And so the university that's launched is based where?
It's a virtual university, because as you see, the situation now has pushed us to a different...
Of course, yes.
There.
Yeah, learning is going to be, for the most part, and especially at the tertiary level, virtual for so many. So this university has now been launched, and is it up and running, or are you just about getting it together?
It is up and running with over 20 faculties as we speak, and growing.
And how many students?
Thousands of students. I'm unable to give you a figure on that.
And it's called the State of the African Diaspora University?
University of the State of the African Diaspora.
All right, so we can find that online.
Correct.
All right, so for our listeners who want more information on that, you could always go online and check that. All right, yes, go ahead, Hugh.
A part of our greater mission, when they claim to give us political independence, the colonial masters, they held back economic independence. And that is one of our mandates, to claim that and take it. We are doing it through two major planks right now is education, re-educate our populace, and through economic gain, economic activities by doing business among ourselves. As you would have known, nations that have allowed their currency, their money to circulate longer within their economy, create wealth and build their economy. While the black race, the world over, it doesn't stay among us for more than 6 hours. And for that, we are where we are. We intend to change that by, first of all, start doing business among ourselves. And as you know, in business is 90% relationship, 10% product. We are building that relationship with our brothers and sisters on the continent. Ghana is known as the gateway to Africa. And for so doing, we are planning our inaugural trip from Jamaica to Ghana.
All right, so you take us right to the inaugural trip from Jamaica to Ghana. So this is a trip that was planned for earlier this year, right?
Correct, but it was postponed because of the whole COVID issue and other reasons.
Yes, and so now the trip is on, a direct from Jamaica to Ghana. When is this scheduled for?
The 22nd of October.
So you're talking about in a few weeks.
In another 18 days.
Yeah. So this is a direct trip, which means that it is also a chartered flight, right?
Correct.
Talk to us about that.
As you know, normally when you're going to Africa, you would have to go all the way around Europe. Across the Atlantic, it's less than 10 hours flight, and it would take you 30, 40 hours around Europe to get to Africa with expense that we can least afford. So we believe, just as though we came direct across the Atlantic, we should go back direct across the Atlantic. Hence this arrangement for the flight. Hence this arrangement for the flight to take us directly from Kingston to Ghana.
From Kingston to Ghana. What airline?
It's a chartered flight, and I'm not. I can't disclose the The airline.
All right, so it's a chartered flight. This plane is chartered, and it's going straight from Jamaica to Ghana on October 22. Do you now have a full flight?
I would need to check that out. It was filling up pretty fast, so who are interested, I would urge them to log on and to be assured of that, because I'm getting calls by the day, and since I'm not directly dealing with that, I would need to consult in order to answer you.
How can persons who are interested in this flight be a part of this flight?
Call 345 4682 4782. That is 345 4782 528 4850 819 2212.
All right, Hugh, go over those numbers for me, please, slowly.
345 4782 528 4850 819 2212.
All right. What can you tell us about the cost and hotel accommodation and what the tour includes?
The itinerary has already established. We'll be going to the castle. We'll be going to all of the attractions.
Of course, by the castle you mean the dungeons, right?
Right.
So you'll be going to the dungeons. You'll be going to where else?
The graveside, the slave river.
Oh, you're going to Asin Manso.
Asin Manso. We'll be going to the Ashanti Kingdom to meet the king.
That's in Kumasi.
Right. We'll be meeting also, and we'll be going up in the mountains, and we'll be meeting dignitaries in Africa, governmental personnel.
Okay. What's the cost?
$4,300, $4,300 which is a giveaway at this time, because as you would have known, it can cost anywhere between $6,000 and $10,000 to get to Ghana anytime.
All right, so $4,000 This is for how many days?
11 days.
$4,000 11 days. It's a direct trip from Jamaica straight to Ghana. It's leaving in 18 days from Kingston, Jamaica. I must congratulate you on this. I know that a few months ago we tried to do one from Nigeria. Well, not me, but the Jamaican High Commission to Nigeria, along with others, and that was cancelled at the very last minute. As a matter of fact, that was cancelled on the day, and so that people are a little bit concerned after so much promotion had gone into it. So how do you now will ease people's fears? Those who are listening now and want to go, but to say, boy, so what happened with Nigeria? They just did a few months ago, them cancelled on the day when the flight will leave. How do you ease those fears and to say to persons, this flight will happen?
I can only assure them by telling them that we are resolute, we have a plan, we are determined to bridge the gap between Africa and the diaspora, and we would understand the disappointment in that. We were disappointed too, and I want to share with you that it was out of that disappointment that we say, let's do it, because as you would have known, we don't have the sway or the authority over governmental agency as they operate, and they choose to act in a particular way. And we believe that business need to be left to business people to run, because on this inaugural flight, Kabul, we'll be having a lot of business persons, companies, agencies seeking to do substantive business with their brothers and sisters on the continent that carries 1.4 billion market.
Yes, brilliant. It sounds really good. So what about visa issues? Obviously, that's not a consideration. Visa from Jamaica to Ghana?
No
longer a consideration, because Ghana did say last year that we don't need visas. So and you have double checked on that, right?
Yes, we have.
Just say
Yeah.
right.
No visa requirement, no vaccine requirement. The only requirement is yellow fever.
Right. Well, and that's a vaccine, though. You know, so you do need the yellow fever vaccine, and that.
The third one.
Yeah.
I'm referring to the third one.
Yeah. You're talking about the COVID-19. All right. So no COVID-19 vaccine requirements, but you will be required if you're traveling to Ghana to travel with a vaccine passport, and that would be for the yellow fever vaccine. And of course, the yellow fever vaccine can only be had in certain places. So, for example, the Comprehensive Health Clinic and maybe another clinic in Montego Bay. So, for persons who have not yet signed on, and they're going to be doing that today or in the few days ahead, what should they know about vaccination? The yellow fever.
These numbers that they would have called would have given them a comprehensive list of things, and
yes.
We are running advert. We are running. Friday was one of our yellow fever vaccine blitz where they accommodate us.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of their regular days, but because we had substantive amount of persons who were willing to do it, yes. They arrange for that. So that can be arranged. Call any of those numbers, and you'll be guided accordingly. All
right. So once again, just to say that the direct flight from Jamaica to Ghana is scheduled to leave on October 22 for 11 days for $4,000. And once again, give us the numbers, Hugh.
345-4782 528-4850 819-2212.
All right. Thank you so much.
There's also a WhatsApp number which is 858-4918.
All right.
84918. That's a WhatsApp number that you can text your message to that number, and you'll be guided accordingly also.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother, Hugh Johnson, immediate past president of the Jamaica Small Business Association. He's on top of this, and the flight is scheduled to leave on October 22 from Kingston. Once again, thank you so much, my brother.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you for having me.